Hey, good evening, folks. How are you? It's Rob from Tetrakey here, and I hope you're having an amazing day so far. And so here we are. We're here on Tetrakey TV, episode number 114, and I'm not too sure where you're watching this from. Are you on Facebook Live, on Instagram? Maybe you're on our YouTube channel, which is worth checking out. Medium, or one of the very many other social media platforms that we engage in and put this material on. This evening, as usual, falls part of our series of 260 performance acceleration thoughts and sessions that we're bringing to you online throughout 2017. 114. It means we're almost halfway there. And already ideas are cropping up as to what we're going to do next. Are we going to carry on into 2018, and am I going to do Facebook Live every day? Are we going to commit to so many? There's all sorts of discussions we're having. How's it gonna work and look when we're trading across 4 significant time zones next year? Both coasts of the US, European time zone at this point in time, and Australia as well. And there's a vague chance we may end up having a presence in Hong Kong or Singapore, which would put a 4th time zone or 5th time zone in the pot to swirl around as well. So lots of things going on, and I guess that's really important for your business. It may feel like you're halfway through 2016 or 2017, sorry, but that means 2018 is fast approaching. I've been sat here this evening before coming on and doing this episode, and I've been wondering, who are you that watches this? I don't get to see your names unless if you click a like or a share. I get to see that you've taken part, or if you leave a comment, I get to see that you've viewed this. But who are you that's watching? And so please find a way of letting me know. Give us a thumbs up or a like or a little heart, or follow us or share this, or just leave me a comment below and say, hi Rob, how are you? And I also wonder, I suppose, what your day's like, what your world's like, what you've been doing, where you come from, what your hopes, dreams, aspirations and fears are, where you would like to see yourself going forwards to. I also wonder, and maybe you wonder as well, about, well, what is it more that I could offer you? What topics would you like to see covered within our episodes of Tetrakey TV? Mark and I generally plan for the following week what we're going to do for these episodes. So if you'd like something specifically covering, or maybe vaguely, you've got a weird question around performance acceleration, business acceleration, making money, or just having a happier life. We could argue the definition of success is just having a happy life, and how to achieve that. Just leave me a comment or drop us a message through any platform, or the email address info@tetrakey.com, and let us know, and we will find a way of coming to you and bringing you that and answering that. I want to talk to you tonight about a secret. I want to talk to you about possibly the biggest secret to winning, and I guess it's a bit of a touchy subject, because there's many secrets. I mean, there's the secret of if you're going to win, you have to know what race you're in to start with. You see, there's no point starting a 100-meter sprint with a marathon strategy. And yet again, there's no point starting a marathon with a sprint strategy. so I suppose the secret to success is knowing what's the game you're playing, what time frames, what's the goal, what would you have to do to win, what is that definition? Is it for you? Is it in the Guinness Book of Records? Is it an Olympic thing? Is it a monetary thing? And we use the word happy, but what is that really? And it's going to be different for all of us. So knowing that is, I suppose, is a secret. But within that, there's a whole series of things that we need to do to achieve that. And there's I suppose the secret that I've stumbled across within years of working with people and helping them achieve their version of greatness. There's one thing that I've become painfully aware of. Often I become painfully aware of it, about what this secret is, and I'm going to share with that in a minute. But often in the first 4 to 8 weeks worth of working with somebody, we start having conversations. We talk about whatever it is they want to do, where it is they want to go to, what they're currently doing, and at some point in time, I mention something, and I just observe their eyes to roll back in their head, or for them to have a quick blank moment. Or for them to move the topic of conversation on swiftly. A good example of that is a client I was working with a few weeks ago, and we were looking at his business because he's a business coaching client. And I brought up the subject of marketing and the subject of sales. And he went, yeah, let's not talk about that. I really don't like that stuff. That stuff really makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm really not very interested in it. So can we move my coaching on my business on somewhere else? And I said, well, of course we can. It's your coaching and your time and your money. But what currently are you doing about that? Well, not a lot. I don't particularly like it very much. And blah, 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 blah. And yet he's got great aspirations for his business, financially, growth, scale, countries, so on and so forth. And every single one of you there now watching this, I wouldn't be surprised if you were going, well, how's he going to manage that? Doesn't market himself and doesn't do anything actively about sales. How do you know to go to something if you don't know that something exists? And that's what you're thinking, right? And so here it is, the biggest secret is often the thing that you least want to do and least want to talk about, least want to acknowledge and least want to work on, least want to spend time, money and effort on. The thing that when somebody talks to you, it sends a cold shiver down your spine, or maybe makes you feel a little bit sick in your stomach. Maybe it makes you feel tired. That really, really is the secret of the thing that you need to concentrate on most. Now, that does not necessarily mean to say that you personally have to do it. We advocate that everybody should play to their strengths all of the time. Be great at what you're great at and get somebody else to be great at what they're great at. And that's what I'm getting at here. If marketing and sales is not your thing, find somebody whose thing it is. Employ them, incentivize them, find somebody who's good at it and set them free to do it on your behalf when you've tightly parametered with them what it is that they're going to be doing. You see, because these things that make us not feel so great or don't particularly interest us or we wish we did not have to do are of critical importance to your level of performance. They are the biggest secret to our success. Often it's said that the winners or successful people do all of the stuff that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. And often that means longer hours, working harder, and doing maybe more menial or more manual things than other people are. So that's your secrets. I'd ask you to go away and identify your secret, and maybe just throughout this little episode of Tetrakey TV here, you've just had that moment. You've just identified for you that one thing. And now I'm lucky enough to get to engage with some of you on a one-to-one or group basis, or one of our coaches engages with you. We get to go and articulate and find that perfectly for you. If you're not currently with us as a client, that's cool. You can go and find it out for yourself. You know, if you watch enough of these, what it is. For instance, if you're not into things like mindfulness, gratefulness, self-awareness, because you believe it's all fuzzy stuff that doesn't really work, well, you'd kind of be going against somebody like Tony Robbins, who's worth millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars US. You'd be going against Barack Obama. You'd be going against George Washington. You'd be going against the Dalai Lama. And you'd be going against Sir Richard Branson. And so you may not like it, you may not believe it to be necessary, that sort of stuff. But it 100% is, if you wish to have success of that magnitude and that size. Or, I mean, you may be really into all of that stuff. You may love meditation and mindfulness and maybe some hypnosis and different alternative ways of thinking. And maybe you're so far out there in that stuff, which is a beautiful place to be, that you're not sleeves rolled up enough in the pragmatic, dirty, financial, numbers-based, customer retention, grind and hustle bit of your business. Because we all have those opposites that we like to work at and feel more comfortable at. So go and identify for yourself, where is it I feel most comfortable in my business? What is it I feel most comfortable doing? And then what is it that I feel tires me the most, or is least comfortable, or is least interesting? And ask, how currently is that being doing to 100% in my performance arena, be it business, life, sport, or whatever it is. And then find a way of saying, well, okay, now I need to do this because this is serious for my success. So that's it from me, for my thought for this episode of Tetrakey TV. Personally, I'm going, I don't know what time it is here. I think it's about 9:30 South African time. My baby's asleep. My wife is out with friends. I've got a glass of wine and I'm back to the laptop probably for another hour's worth of work. One of the things that I'm not shy of is work ethic. And I'm currently with my coach going through the exercise we've spoken about this evening and identifying what is it that I need to put in place for my business is to take that next step. Walking your own talk, of course, is the most important thing you can ever do. Have a great 24 hours further. Hopefully this time tomorrow night, Mark Hopkins will be with me in person. I thought he'd be with me this evening, but I haven't found him or seen him yet. And all I'd ask from you is stay as amazing as I know that you are. And get in touch, speak, leave me a message, click like, click share, say hi. I love to communicate with all and every single one of you who wishes to chat. That's it from me. Stay amazing. Good night.